We are live.
Good afternoon. My name is Jason Barney. I serve as the chair for the Roanoke City Board of Zoning Appeals. I would like now to call to order the October 15th BZA hearing by first welcoming all of our board members, all the Roanoke City staff, our applicant for today, and any members of the public who are present for today's hearing. This hearing is being broadcast via Facebook Live. We ask that you please turn the sound off on all phones and electronic devices during the hearing. If you have registered to speak on a particular matter, when the public comment portion of the application is begun, please then wait to be recognized in turn. Please then state your name and residential address clearly so that the secretary to the board may record the proceedings accurately. It's important to note that all persons shall be afforded an opportunity to speak and state their views pertaining to all aspects of these matters. All that being stated, Ms. Clark, could we begin by having you please take the roll?
Thank you. Ms. Smith doesn't address today. Mr. Garner?
Here.
Mr. Hamler?
Here.
Mr. Logan?
Here.
And Mr. Young?
Here. Ms. Clark, or do we have a motion to approve the agenda for today? So. Thank you, Mr. Garner. Do we have a second? Second. Thank you, Mr. Logan. Ms. Clark, we go ahead and take the vote on approving today's agenda.
Sure. Mr. Garner? Mr. Hamler?
Aye.
Mr. Logan?
Aye.
Mr. Barney?
Aye. All right, thank you, Ms. Clark. Board, we have a motion to approve the minutes from the July 16th BZA hearing. No motion. Second. Mr. Hamler, we have a second? Second. Thank you, Mr. Garner. Ms. Clark, we go ahead and take the vote for approving the minutes from the July 16th hearing.
Sure. Mr. Garner? Mr. Hamler?
Aye.
Mr. Logan?
Aye.
Mr. Barney?
Aye. Moving forward, do we have any unfinished business to attend to today? Thank you. Okay, moving on to new business. Ms. Clark, we go ahead and read the first application of new business for today in the record.
Sure. And this applicant has requested to withdraw the application. It's by Quinn Tron for property located at 1526 20th Street Northeast, bearing official tax map number 334-1213, zoned R1 residential district for special exception pursuant to section 36.2-311 zoning. Code of the City of Roanoke 1979 is amended to permit a homestay.
Great, thank you, Ms. Clark. Could we go ahead and read the second application for today in the record, considering that first application's been withdrawn?
Sure. This application is by Fritz Alderman on behalf of Charter Foods, Inc. for property located at 2657 Peters Creek Road Northwest, bearing official tax map number 6370101, zone CG, Commercial General District with conditions for a special exception pursuant to 36.2-315 zoning. Go to City of Roanoke 1979 is amended to permit a drive-through facility.
Great, thank you very much, Ms. Clark. Is the applicant present today? Thank you, sir. I just wanted to, you may have already been notified of this, but there's only 4 Board of Zoning Appeals members here today. There still needs to be affirmative of 4 affirmative votes for a special exception pass. Do you still want to proceed in that case, or would you like to request a continuance?
I'd like to proceed if we can. If there's a lot of questions that need to be answered that I couldn't answer today, then I would respectfully request a continuation.
Fair enough. Okay. Could you go ahead and state your name and residential address?
Yeah, my name is Fritz Alderman and I live in Cleveland, Ohio. Specifically on Schneider Road in Bainbridge Island. So,
Okay. Could you go ahead and raise your right hand so I can swear you in? You solemnly swear that the testimony that you shall provide today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
yes, sir.
All right, thank you, sir. Go ahead and tell the board what your plans are.
Our plans are to raise an existing bank building that's on Peters Creek Road and replace it with with a Taco Bell fast food restaurant with a drive-through. On that particular, that's in general what we're asking to do.
Okay, I think there was Well, before that, I'll go ahead. Mr. Moore, could you go ahead and tell the board what, staff recommendation is, including any conditions?
Or that honors the request for a special exception to establish a drive-through facility and subject property is appropriate and consistent with the city's comprehensive plan. In the Peters Creek North Area Plan and meets the standards for the granting of special exception. Staff recommends approval of the special exception subject to the following recommended condition. That the development shall be constructed in substantial conformance with the site plan entitled Endeavor 2.0, dated March of 2021 and designed by Karpinski Engineering.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Moore. Have you received any public comment in regards to this application?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Alderman, I think there was, among some other possible concerns, there was a concern in regards to, potential traffic backup at the Peters Creek entrance to this proposed property. And my specific question is, if such a fact were to happen, just in the busy times, was there anything that you all thought about in order to maybe mitigate something like that?
Yes, our preliminary traffic study for the drive-through has indicated that, using the IT manual, we probably only need 5 stacking spaces in this line, and oddly enough, that's your requirement, so there's probably some correlation there. If there is a backup on the road, I would believe that the cars would pull to the right and avoid that drive-through and probably take a parking place and go in and eat. If not, they can circle around the building and come back again. I don't think that there will be a backup on Cove Road from this project, because although we need 5 spaces, let's say they were opening day, like when it opens up, there could probably be a backup. I would kind of hope there would be, just for the business side of the aspect of the project. But I would highly doubt that there would be, because there's about 11 car space there. It would block all ADA parking and stuff like that, but if the people were to do that, there would be space for 11 cars to Cove Road. So I'm highly doubtful that would happen, but it is a consideration, and those are the parameters of the traffic study that have been looked at to determine that situation.
What other questions do we have for the applicant on with that?
Mr. Chairman, I expressed this in the work session earlier today, and then can you put the site plan on the screen? Yeah. You mentioned in the event that cars are stacked beyond capacity on Peters Creek Road, that cars could pull the right end, which would obstruct the bike lane that is on Peters Creek. I understand the zoning setback restrictions prohibited you from moving the building more toward the center of the lot, which would allow you to drive all the way around the building if you needed, like I'm thinking of the Taco Bell that's on Brambleton where you can drive all the way around the building.
Yes.
That troubles me a little bit, just because I foresee the issue. I've seen more than 5 cars stacked at numerous locations before. So it just troubles me a little bit that there might be occasions where cars would spill out onto Peters Creek. I certainly understand that you go around to the Cove Road entrance, if the patrons realize that's an option. Mr. Moore, I know that I'm assuming that the only solution to being able to relocate the building on the lot would be variance. Is that correct? To meet the 30-foot maximum setback.
Yes, that would be correct. I would not advise going that direction, just because the variance process is just very hard to.
I'm not suggesting we do that, but
Yeah. That is certainly an option, just not a very viable one.
did the, whoever evaluates these projects for traffic flow such, were there any,
Transportation.
okay, transportation, were there reservations expressed?
Yeah, generally speaking, the discussion that we're having right now is obviously of concern. I think that, transportation, while they had concerns about this, it's not enough concern for them to, as long as it gets approved at this level, it would not hold them up from moving forward with approval during the development review phase. Now, there's other considerations from a transportation perspective that will be taken into account during that plan review phase. There was some information, I believe, that was requested by our transportation department through the rezoning process, looking at traffic counts and things of that nature. So it is anticipated that transportation department, if this project moves forward during the development review process, would have an opportunity to weigh in on any mitigation that would need to take place based upon those traffic studies. Is that helpful?
That's helpful, thank you. I just, think about some similar, businesses in the city. As an example, the McDonald's on Franklin Road, which is a similar situation. You can't drive around the building. Traffic spills out into Franklin Road all the time and it starts in one lane. And, but, similar situation, but no, that answers the question. Thank you.
If this is approved and it moves forward and it comes to fruition and there are traffic issues in regards to this particular topic, is there any enforcement or is there anything that will be done after the fact to try to mitigate that or anything? That you may not be able to answer the question, will there be any requirements to correct any issue like that?
Yeah, I can't think of anything, can't think of anything off the top of my head right now from a code enforcement standpoint. Obviously, we could work with the owner and the applicant to, maybe put in a secondary drive-through, but obviously, we would want to handle any of those concerns during something like this. We want to try and anticipate any issues and address them now rather than wait until the issues arise. And
But you're saying that the Department of Transportation will be involved in the development review phase.
yes, yeah, and that was a requirement, I believe, that was part of the rezoning process that they went through last month.
That's correct.
Yes.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about your application today?
Other than we're looking forward to putting that project in place. We'd actually like to start early spring and get it finished before summer break.
Board members, do you have any other comments or questions for the applicant or for staff at this time?
I think I'll answer the question that I had. So I think this will be something good for community as it's just something just sitting there. It's something bringing something to the city.
More specifically, since we're all four of us here, are there any concerns that you all might have out of respect and his wishes to maybe continue if it doesn't go, we don't get an approval? Is there any concerns that you might have and that might vote for a denial on this today?
No.
Okay.
Mr. Marty, I might have missed it, but do we open the public hearing portion of this?
We're gonna do that right now. Thank you for the reminder. Okay, at this time, I'd like to go ahead and open up the public hearing portion of this application. Ms. Clark, do we have anyone scheduled to speak on this matter today? Okay, is there anyone out in the audience that would like to speak on this Okay, hearing no one, I'll go ahead and now close the public comment portion of this application. Board, if there are no other comments, is there a motion to amend the application with the recommendation or with the condition proposed by staff?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Logan. Do we have a second? Thank you, Mr. Hamlet. Ms. Clerk, we take the vote on amending the application with the condition proposed by staff.
Sure, Mr. Garner, Mr. Hamlin, Mr. Logan, Mr. Barney,
Aye. Ms. Clark, before we take the final vote, any other comments? Okay. Ms. Clark, can we go ahead and, I'm sorry, do we have a motion to, approve the amended application?
So move.
Thank you, Mr. Garner. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Handler. Ms. Clark, can we go ahead and take the final vote on the application?
yes, Mr. Garner, Mr. Hamlin,
Uh,
Mr. Logan,
Aye.
and Mr. Barney.
Aye. Congratulations, Ms. Baldwin, on your special exception.
I'm gonna take off. I got a plane to catch. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Okay, other new business today, Ms. Clark?
Yes, we have the election of officers.
And that's for the officer of secretary.
Yes,
And who was our nominee today?
that would be me.
Okay. All right. Ms. Clark.
But I move that we elect, Ms. Clark as an officer.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Logan, for the first. We have a second.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Hamler. Can we go ahead and take the vote on approving Ms. Clark for the office of secretary to the Board of Zoning Appeals?
Thank you, Mr. Garner, Mr. Hamlin,
Aye.
Mr. Logan,
Aye.
Mr. Barney.
Aye. Congratulations, Ms. Clark. Okay, do we have any other new business to attend to today?
No.
Okay, let's adjourn. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you next month.
Thank you all.
Oh, that's how it goes. Right on.